And the party's not over, folks.
Party's not
Welcome
over.
back to another episode of Thursday.
Arriba. What is happening?
Cha-cha.
Let's cha-cha.
What's cha-cha? What's cha-cha with you? Welcome back to
don't know.
Thursday Night Fly Tying. I'm Dana. No, I'm not.
No.
Forgot. I'm in character.
Who you?
I am El Luchador.
A luchador? Ah,
You are
I'm CEO Jose.
You're Jose de Senior.
The senior.
Hey, welcome. Welcome. I didn't want to hit that one there. I know what happened. I think that the fact that we were so ready that we weren't.
We've been so ready for too long. Oh,
There we
you
go.
There it is.
That's the right
the
party. That makes us feel a
Hey,
little better
yeah.
because it's not in our ears, it's in our face. And yeah, this is Taco Night on Thursday
Taco
Night
Night.
Live Fly Time.
It is.
Nacho, I'm Nacho Libre.
You're my
Well, before you
Libre.
crack into the Coronas, Tim, I think you brought
I'm
something even more special.
Oh, man.
For the gringos tonight, let us know where you're tying from. Let us know what you're drinking. And most importantly, if you decided to dress up for taco night,
The only goal of the night is can we finish this whole bottle in one show?
oh, gringo.
We'll try. We'll try.
Well,
All right,
anyways,
you're up first.
we are not in Mexico. We are
No.
simply in the studio in Olds, Alberta, Canada.
You have to say El Studio.
El Studio. Studio. Remember that time we started Taco Night without music?
No, never.
How do I?
I don't know. You're just going to have to shove it in that furry hole there.
So we got a bit of a game here, folks. Every time you hear this,
Woo!
you gotta do a shot.
Yep.
But
Do one with us?
I think that guy's got some more oomph in him.
Does he?
Oh, shooter
all right,
time.
shoot it back. Oh, that's a big glass.
Oh, that's straight from Cancun to Mexico. My thing doesn't work.
Oh, man.
That's so good.
Is it good?
All right, Tim.
All right, I'll join you. Don't start that lighter over by
Well,
your face.
don't bring in the burning cat tonight, folks, because this should get interesting. Are you ready for the sounds
Yeah, I'm ready.
of tequila shots?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Shoot it! Oh, Taco Libre Nacho Burrito.
That's a 3-swigger shot glass.
It's a good
Oh,
one.
That's a big one.
And now that we've got
put
the
that away.
Patron going deep
Yuck.
in our skin,
Now
we've
can we
got
have Corona?
something really.
I just want my
bring
Corona.
me. I just want to sit here and party all freaking night. I want to shout out to all the folks down at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop because they also
Yeah, they're down having their own good time.
Corona. They also have Taco Night.
And I saw a big bowl of taco mixins over there
A big
earlier.
bowl of Toxo mixin.
Taco mixin. Ooh, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah. Takes you right to the beach.
It tastes like refried beans. I'm here for it.
Refried beans. It's something.
But what we got doing tonight is Tim is whipping up some flies, which will be the Fat Albert and the Sculpzilla Natural. I'll be over at the taco station, which is in between us, and we've got another camera set up to be checking on me and my tacos.
Your tacos. You making me some tacos?
Well, what I'm not making you is a man by drawing on your mustache.
What are you drawing on? How dare you?
Wow.
How dare you? I've been just
That's
for men
super
in
cool. That's super cool. But what's more cool is
Oh, whose birthday?
Whose
I know
birthday,
whose
folks?
birthday it was.
We want to get a round of happy birthday to our good friend, Mr. Rocky Mountain Fly Shop himself. Colin English.
Colin
we're,
English.
we're day late, but hey, who's
it's
counting?
okay. Not me. It looks
When
like
you
it's
get to
also
67,
Eli's birthday.
It's Eli's birthday.
Yeah, look at that.
Round
Sharing it
of
with
clicks.
us. Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday for everybody celebrating Taco Night, Taco Thursday with us here
birthday.
at Thursday Night Live Fly
Hey,
Time.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday
Hey,
to
to
you. Woohoo!
Let's make
Happy birthday.
Let's make some tacos.
Let's make some. I'm
Let's
hungry.
just sit here and enjoy. Send out some great messages for Mr. Colin English and Eli. Anybody else who's got... It's Mr. Mayor's birthday.
No way.
It's the Mayor's birthday, folks. It is a freaking great day to be alive.
That's a lot of birthdays.
Thursday Night Live Fly Time.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole lot of birthdays. Woo! That's what you got over there. Oh, you're cheesing it up.
My cheese for my tacos that I'm going to make you me later.
I'm excited for tacos.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it works here. Thursday Night Live Fly Time. If it's your birthday, we sing you happy birthday because we appreciate you. Also, if you're new here, let us know because we've got something for you called a round of clicks, and those are saved for the new people.
Yep.
What else I want you guys to do, because we're going to jump into the news flash scene.
Ooh.
We got some more gringo music over there. Is what we'd like you to do is share this. Share this live stream because it's full of goodness. It's full. We got prizes today.
We have a lot of prizes today.
And I heard a rumor about the wizard.
I also heard that he was on holidays in Mexico.
He was in Mexico on holiday. We tricked him.
I know.
This is what we did this week. We said, hey, Mr. Wizard, there's a good chance that it's Mexican Taco Thursday.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, I'm going to get
I'll
those
see you
boys.
there. I'll
Go
be down there.
Can you imagine how hot he is down there? Whew.
Old Wizard is just sweating his wizard nuts off.
It's wizardry. Yeah, it's gone.
His wizard stick and
Staff, I think is what you meant to say.
staff. I don't think the wizard has any staff. He works solely by himself.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, guys, Joe was we wished Joe a birthday. Remember, I said Joe Manchinton was last week.
Oh yeah,
and I did a roll call and he didn't show up. So
no shows up.
I guess that's what it is. But what we're gonna be making these tacos from is these. Well, Tim, why don't you tell everybody what we're making them from?
We got some Morning View Mercantile merchandise.
Merchandised, freeze-dried taco beef.
Taco
meat.
beef.
It's a taco mix.
Guacamole.
Freeze-dried hockey mole.
And salsa. Yeah.
So we got the jet boils here, if you love jet boils. I'm kind of new to the jet boil game, so we hope I don't burn this place down like Tim did with the...
it was, in my defense,
cat.
it was
The
animal
cat.
interference. Had nothing to do with me.
Yeah, so anyways, the Wizards in Mexico. And good news for anybody playing Flyingo, he's not here tonight.
What does that mean then?
It means you just win. When you win Flyingo, you
that's-
just win.
He's going to be upset when he gets home.
That guy already,
Yeah.
he's somewhere down there waiting for us. And so we got to make sure the show flows because he might catch on and show up later. But there is a rule with the wizard is if he doesn't show up for Flyingo, well,
No, doesn't count.
pretty much we don't let him in.
Yep.
Well, we don't really have a choice, but, having said that, let's head over to the news scene and see what Rocky Mountain Fly Shop's got for dropping some deep discount codes. Like I said, they're
Again?
juicier than a burrito. Tim's flies are hotter than a burning cat. And we're just getting started here.
Oh, the news. Breaking news.
Oh, breaking news. Because what's breaking is the bank.
Oh, the bank.
Why don't you grab the giveaways? I sorted them all on your side because I've got the burrito station over here on my side. John Miller does have a captain clutch. That's a fact, but you're not going to need it this week.
Everybody has a captain clutch this week.
Everybody, because the Wizards in Mexico suntanning his wizardry staff.
Little siestian.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
Yeah, is it?
Gentle suntanning.
Genital
Yeah,
suntanning,
it's
yeah.
a thing apparently.
Huh.
Wizard's probably down there.
Yeah, he's maybe.
He's not here. I didn't see him.
He definitely took his
What do
robe,
we got
but-
for giveaways
Okay, for
in
giveaways.
the Flyingo?
So what we're cooking up tonight for you is, like Dana said, we got the salsa guacamole and some taco meat. So Morning View Mercantile.
Everything we're cooking with is going to be in the giveaways
Also
in the
going
freeze-dried
for giveaways.
section.
We got some a couple of fly boxes with flies in it from Kyle's Flies, donated by Kyle. Thank you
Kyle
so
down
much.
at Rocky
Coming
Mountain
your-
Fly Shop.
Coming your way. We got another whole bag here. We have a Garmin Striker 4.
What? You got to be kidding me,
No.
Tim.
This is a full fish finder.
You know what that means? It's time for a shot.
Well, it's gonna wait. It's coming. I can't hold everything at once.
That's a good point. I was wanting the shot
So
because that
that's
tequila
awesome.
tastes real good.
Yeah, it did. No. We've got a T-shirt from Shore Fly Fishing.
Wow. You would think what we would do on a day like this when it's a guaranteed win is go chintzy.
No.
That's not something we know. We don't even have that word in our pre-show vocabulary.
We have a whole bunch of A-Rex sample hooks. So you got a couple different sizes of different hook types in here. So the whole bunch of those.
Perhaps the best hooks out there.
I would say so. We got more stuff from Morning View Mercantile. We've got
that's dessert
candy.
to go with your awesome.
Yes. And another sun shirt.
A Jose,
from
Alberta
Jose.
Fly Girl. That's what we're talking about.
It's a juicy giveaway package here.
But to win on this stuff, you've got to get in there and get your bingo cards. Right? You got to get your bingo cards.
Get your bingo cards.
Yep.
Where do you get those?
Well, they're all over the screen here. So, because someone's going to ask me in about 4 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of leave it up. And even when I do take this screen down,
Go ahead and ask.
it's still going to be there. Still going to be there on the bottom, scrolling away. Because it's hard to see out of here, what I would like to do is take these away, bring in some news announcements, and let's talk about the flies that we're going to tie, because this is the fly tying show.
Yeah, it is. A little bit of it. Yeah.
The shot doesn't wait.
You just really want to have a good time tonight, don't you?
Well, it is taco night, Tim.
Taco Tuesday with some lime Patron. All right, it's coming your way.
All right. We didn't get salt
I know we need some lime too. That's okay. Man up.
and we didn't squeeze any limes in my Corona. That's why it tastes like sweaty ball sack. Not that I have firsthand knowledge,
I
but
think.
Cam told me once when we were fishing together. All right,
Yeah.
here goes. Cheers.
Oh man.
Aye.
That's so gross.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
You're making that look a lot easier than it should be.
Well, that's
You been
because I'm a
practicing this
professional. Tonight's flies might be a little crooked. Well, we're not here for straight flies. Oh, let's see. Tim's ready for.
Just go all once.
Drop it like it's hot. You can't do it in 2 shots. You got to get that whole thing down, Tim.
Okay,
You got to try the
not
tequila
gonna
and the
end
Corona. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to tie these flies.
Good flies.
All these flies, if you love the show, if you love the time, these are all in quick ties, so we can have fun here tonight and not worry about falling apart on the flies.
Yes, we do. We still worry.
We do worry.
Must stay together.
So that hat was donated by a friend up north. Dean and wife, girlfriend dropped it off, and that, I believe, was her dad's. And so she thought, hey, you guys love doing stuff like this, and that spurred the whole taco.
I mean, if you need neck strength, you wear this hat for a while.
That's a good point. And you don't look down at your flies.
No.
Wow, that is, my tongue is burning. Like tingly. Jingly. So anyways, just get some UTC 140 out tonight. Brown, black, whatever you want.
Something dark.
But that's how she's going to go. We're going to tie that Sculpzilla first. So you can kind of get your kits going, organized, and all stuff like that. And then we're just going to head over here and say, what else is in the news, Tim?
Oh, man. We have a free fly fishing lesson.
Totally free.
It's going,
a day of lessons.
Full
Totally
day.
free.
It's going on April 22nd.
Yep.
Rocky Mountain Fly Shop and Fly Fishing Forever
Yep.
Outfitters have come together to provide a day of learning and excitement for all.
Exactly. And mostly what it is that it is...
How much? It's free! It's always free.
Fly fishing lessons for free!
Yeah, what's up with that?
$0, nothing, no cost to you. You just gotta show up and say, I'm here for the free fly fishing lessons.
Crazy. Just crazy.
Just like that, Tim. That's
All
all
right.
you gotta
do.
Well, that's good. Free's good.
Free's good. Free's great. Free's like everything here. Just like our freeze-dried taco meat
I
that we're
see,
going to
yeah.
be cooking up later.
Very nice. I like what you did there.
Ah, where was that on a windy day? Happy birthday to the mayor.
To the mayor.
Just reading some comments, and I really kind of like the colors that are jamming.
There's a lot
with
of
us.
colors.
A lot
in
of color here.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, there it is. Put it in your calendar, and we're going to be posting details of how to sign up for that. And then another really cool event is what?
Well, IF4, which is actually coming up even sooner on
But
March 25th.
there's something else I added onto that.
Oh, what's this? 9 a.m. free pancake
Again,
breakfast. Did you say
Free. 100% free.
100% free.
Again, more free stuff from our
Holy
friends
moly.
at Fly Fishing Board Outfitters at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop.
I cannot wait.
You gotta show up. You gotta show up.
before they're gone.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. You just show up and you eat them because Mr. Brent Struthers and his friend Brendan have offered to batch these pancakes together.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then we might have some meats there. Whatever. We don't know. Just show up. 9 o'clock is exactly what you want to be. You get there early. You're going to be just outside Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. And then Morning View Mercantile are going to bring a bunch of their stuff. And they're going to be inside selling it. So if you didn't know where to get it, now you do.
Yep. That's awesome.
Wow. The things just keep flying in. Unfortunately,
yes.
that's the end of the free stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is good though. It doesn't need to all be free.
No, that's a good point. Because we do these things, we can do all these other free things.
That's true.
And the fact that I opened up the window today, I'm freezing.
It is super
Did you hear
nipply
that?
in here.
I'm freezing.
Freezing?
Like free. I'm sticking with free, and
I
I'm
can't.
freezing.
He's gonna drop some
Wow.
rhymes.
These things are going to start cutting cams, whatever. Anyway.
Western Canadian Fly Fishing Guide School. It is going for 2 weekends, May 5th to 7th, May 12th to 14th. If you are interested, reach out. You can see the website there. Go check it out. We've got lots of videos of past years and lots of students in here. If you need some recommendations, you want to hear what it's about. But I promise you won't be disappointed, whether you're hoping to be a guide or whether you're just hoping to learn more about the industry, or maybe you just want to learn to row a boat, or just to have 6 amazing days in the water with a group of awesome people.
Freaking-lutely.
It's-
See, I tied it in there somehow.
Freaking-lutely.
Freaking epic.
Yeah.
So Nick Best, he's down to Rocky Mountain Fly Shop for the free fly tying classes and the free tacos, nachos, whatever they're making up down there.
Wow, we might have to go steal some stuff.
What new free? I believe it's the same bingo cards. I have totally forgot to check that out. So while I search for the bingo cards,
I bet it's-
I'm ready to. I bet it's still good to go.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
it's
just
the
say it's
same
good.
ones. I wouldn't worry
We'll know
about it.
shortly.
Well, anyways, that's it for news. But what's not it for news
No? What else?
is Rocky Mountain Fly Shop discount codes, and we're
Oh,
gonna
man.
drop one really quick here. So, but you know what? Maybe not everyone knows how this works.
Well,
So we
it
drop
works.
3 sets of codes in a night, and the first one starts a little smaller, and then after we finally tie or try to tie the final fly. Oh, I thought you were having another shot. Oh, look at those. Nacho tacos, taco party. That's what it's all about.
You got
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying something about these coupon discount codes. So you fill up your cart, and we drop them, and then you insert them, and tonight it's 20% off, 30% off, and the biggest one of the night, we don't tell you until it drops. So right away, we're gonna drop one here. It is 2 people. 2 people are going to three people.
This is just
3
crazy.
people are going to get this code. It works for 3 different people. So you go to their, they got an app. You can download the app and go to their website, rockymountainflyshop.net. Okay. And then you shop.
Maybe their cart should already be
There it
full.
is. Tortilla special.
Oh,
20% off for 3 people. So that's kind of what it is. Tortilla special. I will write it in the comments down here. Tim will tell you a joke.
but you don't want to wait because you don't know what's
No,
coming.
you don't know what's coming. It's more than, but it's less than. You know what I'm saying? Less people. All caps.
The best thing to do.
Tortilla.
To have your cart full and ready to go.
SPECIAL.
If you do wait for those other 2, you just plug it in as soon as you can, and if it doesn't go through, it just means that somebody else got it. Yeah, there's some. I think Mike got it last week. He spent a lot of money at Rock Mill Fly Shop. Got a new Norvise, got some fly rods. So it does work, folks.
It does.
Some of the major things that they have there.
All right, drop the
Fish
code
pond.
in the comments. Yeah, fish
They got
pond.
Norvise. I mean, these are big ticket items on top of everything else in the shop. That's something you want to drop 40% on, or
The fish pond is it
30% off,
like waterproof
20%
pack, the waterproof
Actually, I was looking at
3
their
rod
packs.
carrier.
Looking at their packs today, those fish pond waterproof packs.
I know they're good.
The camouflage. I know.
Here we are without something so great. All right, so that's the special tortilla special, 20% off for 3 people. We're gonna get into tying a fly, and I'm gonna jump over here and we're gonna start trying to cook up some tacos.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go.
But what we forgot to do last week is kind of finish off.
You know what we also forgot to do last week?
Nope.
That too. Also didn't show our commercials telling about the middle.
That's right. We're gonna do better at that.
We didn't finish the bacon cam last week.
We didn't. So you guys have all been hanging in suspense for the last week, trying to figure out what was on the bacon cam, because we got to about this point.
Something tells me this
And
isn't
then-
here.
It wasn't here last week either. That's probably why I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, that's what it is this. That's what it is. You can tell it is what it is by the way it is.
By the way, it is.
And that's the Bacon Camp. Every single week, we come live to you from the studio, and the Bacon Camp pops up, and it makes you hungry as we build desserts and treats and food for you. Tim will also help you build desserts, treats, and eats for the fish that you're chasing. And the Sculpzilla, the first package that you've got is the Sculpzilla. So we get all these kits together, all the materials. That's how probably most people are tying. But feel free to grab the material list, which is also on our website. And we're gonna say thanks to our sponsors, and then we're gonna come right back and we're gonna get after the tying. All right, we're gonna get after the fly tying.
Get after it.
Legit, dude. Cold.
Our vision for it is for people to come out here to enjoy the spot and to find peace, I guess. Like, a lot of people ask us if we're going to get Wi-Fi out here, and we're like, no, like, this is a place to disconnect and reconnect with your family and with yourself and just find quiet.
All right, everybody, you guys ready to tie a fly? We are going to get after the Sculpzilla. Okay, so we're tying out of season 5, episode 10. Can't believe it's episode 10 already. We're gonna be tying up the streamer pattern. So this guy here, yeah, it's a sculpin pattern, but it's a really simple one. Kind of tied in a little different way than some other, we'll call them articulated type streamers have been tied with us. And yeah, let's get after it. So if you're tying out your kit, you're gonna have your this package here. It's got all the Sculpzilla materials in it.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, you gonna start cooking over there? All right, all right. You're gonna have your bag of hooks and your cones.
My microphone might be a little loud.
It's okay. It sounds good. That sounds good. You're gonna have 2 different sizes of hooks in there because we're tying one as if it's kind of like on a shank, and then one that is the back fly or the back hook that's gonna actually be the one that will be in use. So let's go ahead and get that out of the vise, go ahead and place the smaller of the 2 hooks that are in your package in the vise, like so. Let's get them leveled off as best as you can. And then let's go ahead and grab our thread. So like Dane said, I'm using some UTC in this dark brown. I'm going to use it for bull flies tonight. This is a 140 denier. Okay, so a little bit heavier for our streamer stuff. Let's start our thread just behind the eye. We'll go ahead, we'll trim out our tag end. And then we'll work our thread all the way back to the band.
So what I'm doing over here.
What are you doing over there? Ooh, look at that.
What's happening, folks? I'm over here at the cooking station.
Cooking station.
It's like, wow, is the studio big or is it just us?
It's just us.
It's huge.
Yeah,
So what I'm going to start with is Tim's got his thread on the hook there. It's just a little different confines. It's a freeze-dried guacamole, okay? So it just simply says stir in water a little at a time until the desired consistency is reached. So that's what I'm going to be doing while you tie this fly. I'm going to get the guacamole ready.
All right.
And then the next one is the salsa.
Ooh, okay.
So it's freeze-dried salsa, and it says stir in the water a little at a time until desired consistency is reached. And then I might start getting the beef ready, which is mix contents of bag with 1 cup of boiling water. Mix well, wrap in a towel or cozy to keep warm, and let sit for about 2 minutes.
All right.
So I don't have the paper towel, so I'm going to wrap it in you.
I got it.
I'm going to wrap my meat in you.
Okay, I'll hold it for you.
All right, let's see if this works to head back to...
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. This
Getting this figured out.
is technology.
Technology. Okay, guys, so get into that material bag. Let's get all of our materials kind of separated. So you're going to have some dubbing, like so. You're going to have some pieces of monofilament, which are going to be our connection. You're going to have our first material we're going to put in, which is our rabbit zonker. Okay, it's a big long. You're going to have a crazy long piece probably, or a couple of smaller ones. You're going to have some light colored marabou. You're also going to have something kind of fun we haven't tied with before, which is some guinea fowl, which is this kind of cool looking spotted stuff in a orangey red. But the first thing we're going to grab is we're going to grab that rabbit fur. As you can see, the fur is obviously fur on top, the leather skin tan portion underneath. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off by tying in the rabbit fur onto this back hook. So I'm just going to trim that little piece so there's a little bump in there. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to measure, ignore the fact of what the actual fur is. Let's measure the leather. So I want you to have about a half of a hook shank in length of the leather portion out the back of the fly. So you kind of transfer that over, flip this up on the top of the hook, and then we need to separate the fur. So I'm going to moisten your fingertips with a little bit of saliva, separate it so you can see right down to the leather. And once you can, you know that we're not going to be trapping any of that fur down. So then I'm just going to grab my opposite hand. I'm going to toss my bobbin over. I'm going to do that probably 4 times. Now that leather's going to want to move around on you until we actually put some pressure on those wraps, but I'm just doing some lighter wraps to gain a little bit of initial tension. Then I'll bring it right back up on top like so. Okay, I'll switch hands over, give a little tug, and now I can probably use this hand to get a few good wraps in there that are a little tighter. Now we're not going to go crazy here. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to put a few wraps in front of it, and then I'm just going to work my thread, just laying a nice good thread base, covering up all of that shiny hook shank all the way up to the eye, and we're going to reattach it one more time right by the eye of the hook. So I'm going to get to there. I'm going to lay this back down, and now I'm going to find where that's that location of where the eye is, and basically just spread the fur again. A little bit of moisture on both sides. Find that leather portion in the middle. And now I'm just going to repeat the process that I did at the back end of the hook. So I'm going to do this probably 3-4 times over top to gain some initial tension. Then I can grab that bobbin, pull down, give it a little bit of extra pressure. A few more wraps just to make sure it's really secured. But whatever you do, don't cut this off, okay? Because we're going to need this still. What I am going to do is I am going to cut this just in half because it's super, super long. But we need it. You want it to stay long. I just don't need it to be as crazy long as it is right now. I still have this huge piece hanging off the bottom. Ooh. That's good. That's very good. Oh, guacamole's almost ready. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this up and I'm gonna put some thread wraps just in front of it. And then I am going to grab my half hitch tool. You could whip finish too, either or. And let's just get a knot right here. Do a few of them. Good to go. I can trim that out. And then we're actually gonna drop that piece out of the vise. And we're gonna move on to the front hook. So in your kits, what you're gonna notice is this front hook we've actually cut off. We cut it once we
Do you have
finished
any
tying it.
tips for frostbite?
No, but maybe close the window. It's so cold in here. I think I got a cold from the cold. We actually had cut that hook off after we had finished tying it. It's your choice to leave it in or not. I actually like leaving it on. The original pattern cuts it off and just uses the hook like a hook shank instead of actually, keeping two hooks in. But I'm going to leave it in. First off, though, we're going to go ahead and get one of those medium-sized cones, put onto our hook like that, and then we can get that back in our vise. And let's just go ahead and start some thread wraps kind of just in front of the cone and work those all the way back. Just want to lay a little bit of a thread base down as we're going to put that kind of slippery mono as our connector. It is a little slippery, so we're going to lay a little bit of that down first. I'm going to get back to kind of mid-hook. I want you to go ahead and grab one of those pieces of that heavy mono. So it's going to look like this out of your kit, just brown. You could use whatever, but I would suggest that on this fly it is something stiff, not something like braid that's softer. So yeah, I'm going to tie this in right here, keeping it up on kind of on the near side of the hook to me, but on the edge or the side. I get lots of thread wraps over that. I'll go ahead and grab that chunk that I had taken off that's got my hook in it already. I'm going to expose that eye so I can see it and come from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go up through the eye. I'm going to pull this back down towards the hook. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to leave yourself a loop that's roughly half of that hook shank in length. You can decide on how long or big you want this fly to be, but I'm going to make it so it's roughly half of that, right about there. I'll just pinch down, and I'll secure now the rest of that mono just on the far side of the hook shank, but still on top. And once I get down to there, I'm leaving some space by the eye, but I'm going to actually fold that back over so I was going forward. Fold that back over top, and then put a few more thread wraps over. Just that double over is really going to make sure that that's not going to have any chance of pulling out. I'll trim that out. And now we're going to take our thread right back to where we tied in, which is going to be basically right, if you let your bobbin hang, your thread's going to be right at that hook barb. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that fur, I'm going to bring it back forward to this hook shank. Now the important part here is when I tie this piece in again, I don't want to have it tight because I don't want this to be like kicked up here. I don't want to have a big hump in the material like that. I just want it to be basically, if I were pulling back on this back portion, just not tight, a little bit of looseness to it. I kind of find that point where I think it is. I'm going to open that up just like I did the other times I tied it in. And once I put a couple thread wraps on this, I can check it. Put a little bit of moisture there, moisture on this side. So I'm going to check it one more time, pull on it. Yeah, I think that's a decent tying point. So I'm going to go ahead and take some thread wraps like I did last time. Making sure that that fur stays right up on top. Pinch, pull down, and then I'll just do a few additional wraps. Then I'm going to lift this guy up, take a few more thread wraps in front, and I'm just going to grab a hair clip, I got one right here, and just hold this back out of the way. And now the next thing we're going to put on here is we're going to get away from that material for a moment. We're going to grab some of this dubbing. Okay, so it's just this kind of a reddish brown dubbing. Just going to take little pinches of it, and I'm going to make a dubbing noodle. So remember, my dubbing noodle is just in the same direction with my fingers, like this, on my thread, with a little bit of material kind of in between my fingers. And that's just going to attach that dubbing right to your thread. Now, we're not trying to create a whole bunch of bulk or anything or super even underbody here. We're just trying to basically cover up the thread. So I just made a short noodle and I'll just start working it forward. As I need to add some more, I'll add some more. Got me about half the way. I'll add a little bit more here. How's those tacos?
All right, so let me know where you're at.
I'm
At a good spot for me to come back here.
Yeah,
and
go ahead. What's going on over there? Oh, he's gonna figure this out. I'm just gonna finish bringing this dubbing forward.
It's me now.
It's you now. Oh, there you are.
All right, so we've got our setup here, and I just made the guacamole, and as Tim attested to it, he said it was great. So what I kind of want to walk you guys through quickly is Tim's just throwing some a dubbing noodle on the last couple of wraps here. So hopefully you're caught up, and we are going fast because tacos are good, and tequila's better. So I'm just going to kind of show you how it went. And this is the salsa. I'm sure it went somewhat like the guacamole. So I opened up my bag of freeze-dried salsa. Wish this mic wanted to stay a little closer. And basically, I just mix everything inside. Tim, this is for you. I think they said open and snort. Yeah, so it's basically takes all the moisture out of your nose because you had a runny nose earlier, right? So what I did is I just grabbed some water and I just slowly added some to the bag because this is what the bag is for. So if you're going to watch me do it, it's my first time doing it. So basically it's just to show you guys how easy it is to mix it up. When you're in the backcountry and you want tacos, burritos, what's in that Speedo?
This looks too easy.
Well, so eventually, I just kind of mush it around. I used a spoon later on to feed Tim, but I didn't use a spoon to mix it.
Ooh, squishy, squishy.
Crunchy, so that tells me I need a little more water. But yeah, basically I can tell it's a little dehydrated or freeze dried still.
I think that was the point.
Tim, are you getting excited?
Well, I'm hungry. I'm waiting.
Okay, so I think that's about the consistency that we want. And then what I did in the last one is I just zipped up the Ziploc. And then I just kneaded it around a bit.
Needed.
Yeah, like I didn't even need a utensil. And I think that's kind of the cool part about this.
Didn't even need a utensil.
Anyways, for all your
Oh,
backcountry
sorry.
cooking needs, Tim literally...
His hat is just wrecking everything.
And so you can just feel, like, what does salsa feel like? Well, it feels like it's not crunchy anymore in there. It might be a little down there, but I can add a little more. And then quite simply, that's all right. We got our salsa, we got our guac. So basically the condiment side of things ready. Yeah, and then Tim's gonna finish this fly. We're gonna play some bingo. Come back, and then the fire's gonna start because we got to boil some water for the meat. And then I brought a pan here as we're gonna make some quesadillas, some tacos, not really sure why I brought the pan. Oh, quesadillas.
Yeah.
Something. Anyways, that's what I'm doing while you guys are tying some flies.
All right. Sounds like he's having more fun than us. All right. Well, let's get back to this guy and wrap it up. So what I did, all I've done is I brought that dubbing forward. I do need to leave some space in front of this cone because I have two different collars that we're going to put on here. So I'm going to leave that little bit of space there because I need space for that. Now I'm going to release this and bring this back forward. And right where I've left my thread, I want to tie this off one more time. So again, repeat the process. A little bit of moisture goes a long ways in helping kind of tame this rabbit fur. Now I'm going to bring my thread over top, do the exact same thing, do a handful of wraps. Except this time we are actually going to trim out this fur. So then I want to come in here and just slide my scissors right along that bottom leather portion. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Whew, Gesundheit. So now you can see my bead's kind of or my my cone's kind of floppy, but that's okay because I'm gonna put some stuff up against that collar. So I'm just gonna now just build up some thread wraps, kind of between the range here because I'm gonna have nothing right up by the cone and then have this. So I'm gonna create a little bit of it, almost like a ramp down to the cone. And this is just really securing in that fur. So I should be left with something that looks just like that. And a lot of times, guys, these zonker patterns, or even actually just a zonker, they call it, that's kind of how you would leave it. You bring your fur up to the cone and be done. But we're gonna put a collar on here because it's kind of fun to do. And this pattern calls for 2. So we're actually gonna put on 2 different collars. One of them is gonna be some of this guinea fowl, okay? That's gonna be the first one we put on, which is gonna kind of represent like some gills. And then the second one we're gonna do is gonna be a piece of marabou, okay? And we've never done that as a collar before, so I'll show you how we do that. So what I'm gonna do first with this guinea is I'm gonna grab all that fluff off the bottom of the stem. Okay, we're not gonna use that fluff, so might as well get rid of it, but we want every bit of the rest of it. So with it like this, I'm gonna come up to the tip of the feather. I'm gonna pull down, I'm gonna pull down right up to the very tip because the tip is what I'm gonna tie in, and I wanna use all the rest of the fibers that I can. So I'm happy with that. So I'm left with a tip that looks like so. Okay, now the underside of the feather is this side because I can see by the way it curves. We've talked about that before. So I'm gonna grab just that tip, I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna tie this in right in front of that rabbit fur. And you're gonna see it, I'm gonna let that tip go down, the tip that I created, and I'm just gonna wrap the crap out of it because I really don't want that stem to move, as I have to kind of wrap down this kind of big ramp that we've created. So I'm gonna leave my thread down there. I'm gonna grab this guy, and now I'm just gonna start doing some wraps. I'm only gonna get a couple wraps out of this feather because there's not a ton of fiber on it. You always get me at a bad time. Are you pouring them this time or what? He's just trying to get me drunk.
Yeah, so I'll wait.
Okay, you wait.
I mean, I'm not the one calling the shots.
No, you're not. Oh my gosh.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to get a.
Oh yes. Your hi-hat and drum roll. There
I
it
do
is.
got it.
You got it.
I
You
do got it back.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
I'll pour one for you. I'll
All
come
right.
over there, Tim. You just hang tight.
Okay, so as you can see, all I've done is I've actually wrapped forward, and I'm okay with that collar not sitting back against the fur because we're gonna put thread wraps back against it. So I've wrapped this all the way up till I've run out of feather, and I'm just holding the stem. And then I'm gonna come in here, thread wrap behind, thread wrap in front, and repeat. And we're gonna make sure that that stem is not going anywhere. Oh man. Listen to that. That's pretty full. Oh man, guys. Smells like I could fuel my car with this. All right. Yuck. Okay. That's terrible. That is just terrible. Your turn. Your turn. Get it in ya. He must really wanted that. He came all the way over here to do it for me. All right, your turn. There he is. Hey. Hi-ya, you got it. You got it. Wow. Okay then. I think that's orange. Yeah, this feather, all I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna take just a little bit of Velcro, a little comb, and what I'm gonna do is just by combing it, it kind of is gonna separate it out a little bit and make sure I get good coverage. Now the reason we chose this color is because we want this to appear like it's gills, or a gill plate. And then when we put the when we put the marabou over top of it, actually what that's going to do then is just going to cover up a lot of it, and then you're just going to see a little bit of it kind of coming through, which is kind of a cool little trick you can do. So we're good here now. Let's put a few thread wraps right there. And now all we're going to do is we're going to add our marabou, and this fly is going to be done. So go into your kit, grab one of your marabou. And we're actually going to palmer this, which we haven't really done a ton of. But what I'm going to do on my big long feathers, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to tear a bunch of this off, because I'm not going to use all of it all the way down to there, and it kind of just gets in the way when you're working with it. But I'm going to leave a nice little plume here at the top. And then very similar to that other feather, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down till I expose kind of just the tip, like so. I'm going to put a little bit of moisture on it so it all comes together like that, and you can see the rest of the feathers below. Okay, I'm going to tie this in right where that meets the stem. So I'm going to lay that there. Thread wraps behind, thread wraps in front. Make sure that this for sure is not going to go anywhere. And then what I want to do first is I want to trim out that tag, because it's not going to sit the same as the rest of the feather. So make sure you can get that out of there before we start palmering this, like so. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this feather, and as I go forward with it, I want to actually give a little bit of moisture, and you can see that it'll go where I want it to. Don't pull hard, because the stem is pretty soft in a marabou. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do like maybe one, it's just a feel thing, but I'm going to go like 1.5 wraps here, back up to vertical, and then I'm going to sneak my thread in behind it, which is kind of actually one of the hardest parts, because you got so many of those fibers trying to kind of get trapped. But I'm going to find that stem, take a thread wrap behind it, take a thread wrap in front of it, and then I'm just basically going to pull everything back, take some thread wraps, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to trim out that stem. What I should be left with is that. Now put a little bit of moisture on it, or give a little. There goes my beer, because my hat knocked it over. I'm struggling tonight. This hat is so big, you literally can't do anything. It just knocks over everything. Well, oh well. So there you have it, guys. You can see just a little bit of that that orange-ish red color coming through. Oh, 1 second here. We're gonna try to clean up my mess without everything falling apart. But before you do anything else, just be sure to whip finish that so you don't lose this where it is. So go ahead in and grab your whip finish tool. You are gonna need to whip finish this, as we have a cone. You're not gonna get away with a half hitch here. I'm gonna go just behind the cone.
Tequila! I see you're taking a beating tonight, Tim.
I am. Yep, it's true. And I'm going to trim this out. Now, one thing I like to do, because sometimes it's hard to get that cone right back where you want to against that marabou, is you also can, and you do this with those fly fisherman fish skulls as well, is you can bring your thread just in front of this and create just a little bit of a thread dam. And that will actually hold that back against your marabou, so there's no, it's actually kind of forcing that material back, and then you can just whip finish it again. Just kind of a neat little trick. You can do that with a bead or a cone if you're ever having issues like that. And then I would just put a little bit of resin on this. I'm not going to put it behind into the marabou, because obviously marabou and resin do not mix, but this I'm going to put just a little dab on those thread wraps. I'll do a little cure if any of my electronics on the table still work. And there you have it. That is the Sculpzilla Natural. All natural colors. Now remember, if you wanted to, you could come in with some wire cutters and you could cut that front hook, or you can just leave it in there and fish it as is, and you just fish with 2 hooks. But there you have it. There is your Sculpzilla. That's a good fly.
All right. So why would you cut off a hook?
Why would you cut it off? Well, sometimes, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
Grab the gray mic. Grab the gray mic.
Ooh, it's coming. There it is. But it's not on. There it is. Now it's on.
Why would you cut off the hook? Because the end of the day, some places are only allowed to use one hook.
That is true. Some places you can only use one.
An articulated fly with one hook. Well, or you could use a shank, but that works good. Just a crack-a-lacka, break it off, and go fish in BC at our friends next door because
Sometimes what you got to do.
that's where they are. So I'm getting excited. The guac's ready, the salsa's ready, but the beef isn't ready. So I'm gonna get it ready.
All right, get it ready.
But first and foremost, let's go back and check on those codes
oh, yes.
for discounts. We'll drop another code, and then we're going to play flyingo. So if you're new here or you're just getting here and you don't have a bingo card, it's kind of all going to be down in this little place called the Breaking News Scene.
You're going to want a card.
Your cards, your flyingo cards, are at the bottom of the screen. There's that scrolling ticker. Just dig it and give it. I fed you guacamole, Tim.
You did. 1 sec here.
You look like you should be on a Tostitos bag.
There you go.
All right, this is going to be an issue.
Yeah, cheese on the... Gross. Yeah, do it. Just do it. Commit.
No, it's not going to.
Don't be a baby.
You see these things here, Tim? They're like lobsters. They close when I go to eat.
Why?
So I'll get back to this. And it's taco night here on Thursday Night Live. Fly Time, give a shout out to Colin and the folks down at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. I heard they got a feast going. And yeah, so BC, they can only fish single hooks. Exactly, Claude.
Yep.
And that's why you would cut this off because they can only fish single hooks.
That'd be a bummer.
Is it not articulated? Is it broken hooks? I don't know the exact rule, but I believe this one could work. The Newfoundland's only one hook, like Adrian says as well. Is it one hook? Is it a shank? I don't know exactly where the line is drawn. But yeah, if you're ready for the next code, I'm about to drop it. And this one, friends, like I said, is going down for 30% off.
How many people? Just one?
Just one. This one just works for one. And
oh man, 30% off. What are you gonna buy?
Quesadilla Deluxe.
There it is. Good luck spelling that right the first time.
Quesadilla Deluxe. Quesadilla Deluxe.
2 L's.
30%
That's interesting.
off.
Quesadilla. 2 L's.
Maybe it's not. It's just what I thought Colin said to me.
Well, I guess we'll find out when many frustrated people don't get the 40% off.
Well, that's a good thing. So they got delicious tacos down there. We're going to play some bingo, and I'm going to try to figure out how to eat this.
But don't forget, guys, if you do use those discount codes, let us know. We want to know if you were the one that got to use it, and what did you buy with it? What do you need?
We also got mojitos, which are very taco Mexican.
Let me get you one.
I'd never ask. Get the old gym shorts, Corona. All right, let's head on over to that bingo game since everybody's got their bingo and all that stuff. I'm still here with Taco Ray. Taco X to win.
Oh, X to win. A full X to win. Okay, guys, what is flyingo? He's doing it. He's going for it. That actually almost worked. Oh, the roof of my mouth hurts. Thinking of you biting on that with no teeth. Well, good job. Good job, he did it. Okay, so what is flyingo? This is bingo, but we call it flyingo because this is fly fishing. We're going to give you calls. Lots of calls come up. We give you the first 4. You're going to need an X to win, meaning you're going to need from corner to corner, corner to corner to win on this card. It just goes as regular bingo. When a call comes up, all you're going to do is you're going to cross it off your card. But what we do need to know is what call you got it on. So if you end up calling bingo, you drop it in the comments. If you got it on, let's say, call 4, you would say call 4. You would give us the little number that's on the corner of your bingo card. And then you would also say bingo, I guess. And once you do all those things, then we'll go from there. There might be ties. There often are. And we have a tiebreaker game.
We have a tiebreaker.
Non-judgmental. So
that's just we just plug your card numbers in and that's how it goes. All right, so we got 4 out there. This might take a little bit, and that is fine because there's a huge, enormous bag of prizes there.
Yes, there is.
And we're on time tonight. We are on time. So the next one call is the hair stonefly. We got the bunny head leech. the boogeyman, the coffin fly, the zug bug, and the hair stonefly.
Ooh, lots of good flies in there. Some we've already done. Actually, yeah, some have done, some to come.
Might have to do a costume change.
Struggling with, oh. Yeah? Well, you can. You've got another costume, don't you?
Oh, this
You like
looks
the Predator.
yeah.
It's really good for my angle. Very nice.
All right, so we're gonna need more than this.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of calls.
And this card, this doesn't expire till March 26th. So Michigan Dry Skunk.
Yeah, Michigan Dry.
What's a card? What do you need? 3 down,
It's
3.
4 in each direction, I think.
Well, you're gonna need 8.
You need at least 8, so give them 8. Some
All
people's
right,
cards
so
are
you've
broken.
got 8. There you go. Copper John, Salvo Dry Skunk, the Michigan Dry Skunk, the Hair Stonefly, the Zug Bug, the Coffin Fly, and the Boogeyman.
Boogeyman.
And last but not least, the Bunny Head Leech. And there's a bit of a time delay by the time we say it and you respond, so we do just kind of hang out here. That's why we're doing this.
Oh.
Man up and get some cheese and that Paul D.
Yeah. Why not?
I agree. I did get some cheese in the mustache.
Nice. Trevor said he used the 25% off code the other week for a new fly reel for his wife.
Oh, and I saw Justin Fisher show up.
No way.
Yes, it's been a while.
No, it's not true.
It might be a bot. He probably hired a bot just to come into
There's
the show.
no way.
and
He hasn't
figure
even
it
come
out.
down once yet this year.
See, Trout Maharishi is 5 of 8. So now that we've got this, we got no bingos yet, but we can make calls. Like we're on call 8. So if you get it on call 8, you say bingo, call 8.
Yep.
And if you get it on call 9, you say bingo, call 9. And the number 9 is the Bow River Bugger.
Oh, man. I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah. That's time. You know what that sound means?
My-
That's time for a shot.
My sinuses are flowing now.
Well, stay hydrated, my friend. So Trout Maharishi needs a purple haze.
Okay. Let me hand that over to you. No spillsies.
All right, so you know what we do when we get the shooters?
Hi. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah?
Oh, that.
You ever watched Rescuers Down Under?
No.
Come on, really? Okay, well, anyone who has watched it, you know that there's this old guy who carries around this brown bottle of liquor, and every time he takes a swig, he makes that noise, and a bunch of like smoke comes out of his mouth. Yeah.
Shoot up, Timmy. Oh, wait, Kat Nicholson, bingo call 9. How fantastic would that be?
Oh,
That came out my nose. All right, Kat, let us know what your caller ID number is. And let's see
making
what
progress.
we can do to verify your victory.
We have ways of doing
I
that.
believe Kat was the one who brought the hat down for us.
Who was? Oh, Cat.
Yeah, I believe it was, right, Kat? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was your dad's hat, and that would be so really cool if that's how it worked out. No, she thinks she made a mistake.
Oh, too bad.
All right. Well, close
I just
enough.
blew some of my mustache right off of my Kleenex.
It's
It's getting
the
thin.
Patron is up here.
Yeah. Literally, my nose won't stop running now. Okay.
Well, we didn't come here to not party.
Oh, is it hot in here now?
Oh, it's just you.
Cheers, Brett. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, mistakes are fine. We make mistakes, and that's the way life is. But let us know.
We can
Did
keep
our
making calls.
other camera die? No, all the cameras are on.
Look at that.
Look at that. All right. Is this a single line? No, it's just an X to win, just like on the screen there.
Full X.
Full
This
X.
is dicey.
It's an X. Yep, just like there it says flyingo X to win. Oh, that's burning Mayor Dickow.
What? What about Mayor
Call
Dickow?
number 10 is Mayor Dickow.
Oh, Mr. Dickow. He's the mayor. How long until our 100th episode?
Until what? Oh, yeah, 100 episodes, folks. That's at the end of the month.
What's Coming up fast.
It's still in my nose, the Patron. Oh, no regrets. That's the best tattoo out there. Why is my card upset? I was on the phone. Oh, see, so you weren't even watching the show, Cat. Maybe you didn't deserve to win. Maybe you just want to sit down and pay attention to how things go. Do the hippie fly, please. There's going to be a lot. See, what I like about this is essentially it becomes a lot of people
Everyone's going to win. There'd be like 10
winning
people.
bingos. And I got a pen and paper ready right here to write them all down. Evil Weevil.
Evil Weevil.
The Evil Weevil is upon us.
Come on,
I really like the colors everywhere. Like, it makes me feel happy.
It is very festive.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Wish we could do taco night every single
How's that taco meat
show.
going?
SOS. Ron needs an SOS, I believe. Well, I'm going to have to get on the taco meat here soon if fire up the jet boil and make this get this party started.
Yeah. Only one line.
Tim's double dipping.
Oh yeah.
We're sharing a shooter glass too.
100th episode is on my birthday weekend. Scott. Oh, the Fly Fisher 54.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Bingo. Call number 10 on the Dickow. Card number 2. Let's just see, because we can always go back and do a tiebreaker. Let's just make sure that's not an X.
Not an X, my friend.
Call number 2 is not an X. You need an X, folks. X down the middle. X down the middle. X to win, just like it says up on the screen. Over there. X
Full
to
X.
win, you need an X. You need an X to win. All right, so keep on keeping on, I guess. And sometimes this will be the longest game of bingo.
Well, I mean, they don't have to see the wizard today, so makes
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, the Fat Albert. It's what we're trying next is the Fat
yeah.
Albert. It is a great pattern, and it is the birthday boy. Colin's one of his favorite patterns.
It's a good one.
All right, I'm just starting to get feeling back in my legs, and that's not because of the Patron. It's because the cold-ish outside.
We really opened the window on
All right,
a cold
Tim
day.
Data, come visit us and fish. We would love to. We discuss this. We come down. So how does this work when we go venture to new places? You bring us down, we fish, we test it out. And if it is awesome as you say it is, we bring people back.
Yeah. Take some hopes and trips back down.
3 away from a full card. Well, we take full cards too. And I got an L. MF and Dewey got an L.
How do you spell X? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. See, this is what gets everybody jonesing today. So going back, the first one is Bunnyhead Leech, Boogeyman, Coffin Fly, Zug Bug, Hair Stonefly, Michigan Dry Skunk, Osable Dry Skunk, Copper John, Bow River Bugger, Mayor Dickow, Evil Weevil, and the Fat Albert. All right, we're going to throw another call here. Lucky number 13, and so fitting that we're doing tequila shots and the wire worm comes up as hopefully... Oh, Blackout Bingo last year, that was bad.
Oh, man, that took forever.
That was bad.
I forgot about that
So
one.
what's going to happen
Everybody
here?
won.
So what's going to happen here?
Yeah. What was 13? I can't see it. Wire worm?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Wire worm. Sorry
Nice.
about that.
What is happening? Come on. Somebody's got to get this. This is going to... I'm guessing call 17. That's where it's going to happen. I bet. Call 17.
Well, I just got my pen and paper ready because I know what kind of disaster we're in for.
It's coming. Come on. We can't see. Yes, you can. You'll be able
No,
to see.
it showed up. It's delayed.
A little
All
bit.
right, so we're waiting. I wonder if I opened up here if I could see if any comments come in quicker.
Never mind. Yeah, people need a good run here. We need some.
Yeah, I thought this would be quick. Okay,
No.
so turn the volume down. Okay, so I'm gonna go fresh the live comments here to see that there's gonna be no waiting because it's kind of we're gonna have to go back. All right, so we're gonna go number 14. Oh, there it is, Purple Haze. And I
somebody's
think
winning.
Maharishi was saying, "Come on, Purple Haze. We're here for you guys. We're ready. Let us know. Did you get bingo? What is your caller ID? And what?"
Somebody's
line
getting
number?
this one. Somebody's getting it on this one. Come on. Eric doesn't even have 4 corners. Troy's finally got a line. Come on, I know somebody needed that Purple Haze.
It's a big prize tonight. That's why I kind of was like, you know what? Let's go for next. We're giving it away. There's no wizard. He's in Mexico. Haven't heard from him yet.
Hasn't showed up and knocked on the door.
Oh, Kate needs one more.
What is your one more, Kate?
One
What is
more.
it?
Love people catch fish for the win. Dean wants the win. One more. One more. Okay, these are coming in pretty quick from when I see them here. All right, so this is the 19th time we've heard the song, and the next call is Charlie Boy Hopper. Waiting. Maybe that's the one more that someone needed.
Come on, people.
John
Somebody.
thinks we should do another shot. Well, we do what the people say, Tim.
Do we?
No,
man.
Dewey didn't say it. John Fuller did.
We're gonna die. Alcohol poison is a real thing.
Yeah, well, so is not doing it for the people, Tim. All right. Why am I hesitant?
Because you know what it tastes like. Oh, why are you going so slow? Just get it done. Gross. Ugh. How's that? Is it getting better?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Look how much this we drank, people. This is crazy. Oh, man, we're not going to be...
It's 8:10, and we still got one more fly. We got to start playing with
how am I
fire.
supposed to tie fly now?
Don't worry. How am I supposed to cook you a dang quesadilla
Well, I need
Napoleon?
some food. I'm hungry.
All right, Roger wants to see the first 6, and that's going to look something like this. Bunny head leech, I'm trying to get it up there, is the first one.
Bunny head leech. Come on now, somebody.
Oh, there you go, Roger. We showed you our cards. You show us your cards. We're going to go 16. The wizard. Nathaniel Shell needed the wizard for the win.
Oh, man. I said call 17.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
16.
lucky number 16. Can't believe I shaved off my beard for the show.
Can you imagine?
I
Pretty
mean,
crazy. It's so nicely braided. It is weird. All right, Nathaniel, let us know your call, your card.
what's winning? Is it Facebook or YouTube winning? I think YouTube's winning for the most amount of people.
Is it?
The,
Come on now.
the Pisco Sour. 2 more Scooters in. Scooters in. Scooter sent a very nice message the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Very nice, and we're appreciative. There it is.
Thank you for that, Scooter.
Nathaniel Shell. Now let's just wait because we're going to get the bingos rolling in.
I don't think we are. I think he's all alone on this one. I have a good feeling for him. Nathaniel.
Well, let's just double check. Oh, see, Charlie Dickhow is on 16. Okay, we've got it right down.
All right. Call him down. Charlie was on 16.
76. Nathaniel was...
He was on the Wizard, so he was 16 as
he was
well.
089. Well, let's verify these, and you let me know if more pop up. This is Nathaniel's card, and that's
He's
an
got
X.
it.
That's an X, and we're gonna check 076 for the mayor's son. Danielle Rochemont, 050, 072 bingo IDs. 2 of them are winners, looks like. Daniel, we just need to know which call you got those on.
Yeah, need the calls.
All right, Charlie's good.
Charlie's good.
06, 076, 089. Oh, yeah.
It's like Danielle's
So-
got 2, but just what call were they on?
072. Yeah, but which call did you get it on? 16, 15?
Yeah, just need to know.
052. We'll just view that card anyways.
072.
And it was not an X. We're missing Love People Catch Fish.
He said,
072.
yeah.
Needs to be the wizard, and it was on the wizard. It was on the wizard, so that call.
And 050.
Oh, who's that?
That was his other one. There was 2 there.
He had 2.
Yep.
050. Well, you can beat yourself. That was
Yep.
also on the wizard.
There's 2 cards in that household, or he's got. A few
I think he's
emails.
down at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop, and I believe his wife was making some of the goodness for the tacos.
Ooh, nice.
Cassidy.
I wish she was making some goodness for these tacos.
Well, I am soon. Okay, so we've got some tiebreakers. We just throw all those numbers in. Costume prizes tonight. Email your costume photo to TNL at flyfishingbowriver.com. TNL at flyfishingbowriver.com. And Sean says, can't believe how many people have 2 cards. Well, Sean, that was for 2 people. You and your 2 cards are for yourself. All right, so because we're going to just enter the numbers. 089, 072, and 050. So 072 and 050 are both going to go to Danielle. Daniele.
All right, let's see what
Danny,
it is.
Danny Rochemont. All right, let's go,
Let's
folks.
go.
We're going to pull the trigger. Can you all see that? And it's
089.
I believe that goes to Nathaniel Shell.
Nathaniel.
You had
All
a
right.
50% chance of winning, Dan, but you didn't. Oh,
Look at that.
089 wins. You can't make that up, folks.
089.
Just double checking. Nathaniel is
A little
089 right there.
089. Yep, Nathaniel. Congratulations.
That's it. So
You don't even have to face the wizard. You're just taking all the goods home.
Yeah, if you're coming up to IF4, then we
us
can
know.
do a swapperoo. But if you're not, let us know. We'll ship it to you. So bing, bing, boom.
For free.
For free. All right. All right. So we've got an epic costume entry. I
Yes.
believe Dan and this is
Oh my gosh, look at that cute little thing.
doesn't show up.
Not on yours. It never does.
Never does.
Let me see. Let's see. if
One
we
of
can
our
get it.
costume entries.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, look
There
at
it
that
is.
baby.
There it is. Yep.
Very
A
nice.
Mexican Jersey cow.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is taco burrito. That's what it's all about, folks. Dressing up for the good times, the bad times. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to I gotta do things like, oh, what's over here? The baking cam. We don't want to forget it this time. Let's uncover the goodness of
Oh,
red velvet
man.
whoopie pies.
Who made those?
Patty Poirier and his
Oh,
kids.
man.
Patty's kids. And he said TNL, and I don't understand underneath of that what it means.
It's 223.
Maybe that's his number that Eric always guessed, 432. All right.
him.
Nate Dogg for the win. Nate Dogg for the win. And that's how she goes, folks. We're going to go say thanks to our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to tie the Fat Albert. Fatty Albert.
Legit dude call.
our vision for it is for people to come out here to enjoy the spot and to find peace, I guess. Like, a lot of people ask us if we're gonna get Wi-Fi out here, and we're like, no, like this is a place to disconnect and reconnect with your family and with yourself and just find quiet.
Ooh, snack time. Look at our snack time. Brought to you by
Longview Mercantile. Oh, that's good. That is really good.
dried mango, our favorite.
Yeah.
A little bit. I like that. It's up here.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Next level.
Dried Fuzzy Pieces brought to you by Morning View Mercantile. Oh, wow, that's sour. Oh, I hit ya.
Does that hit the spot?
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks. Shall we get on to the fattest of Alberts? And that's not it. So let's.
That's definitely.
I will show you what it is, and then we will get tying it. One moment here. I got so much stuff on this desk. Dana did such a good job of cleaning it off, too. I'm going to switch over my mics. All right, there we go. All right, there is our fat Albert. We actually tied this one, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. This is a bring back because we loved it. Got lots of good response in this fly. And yeah, there's so many different colors you can do this in, but this is the color scheme we're gonna do it in, kind of a more natural color scheme. So go ahead, get into your package, and open up all the stuff that you need for this fly, and we will get tying. Well, the Taco Master makes me some food. So this is the package you're gonna be looking for. It's gonna look like that. Give Dana a chance to get in on that fly bed there. I'm gonna get my package opened as well. There actually isn't a ton of material in this one. It's just we use a couple of materials a few times, and we have yeah, just it's a cool technique to learn with the foam, because we're gonna tie in like multiple pieces of foam kind of at different times. And yeah, I tied out of the package earlier today. I was able to tie 4 with the materials in there, so you should definitely have enough for that. And I wasn't even really being conservative with the foam, so you definitely should have enough for that. So let's go ahead and start off by getting the hook in the vise. We'll get that placed in there. There we go. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get into my materials package, and we are gonna grab out some of the brown foam, and we're gonna grab out some of the tan foam. Those are gonna be the first 2 things that we tie into this pattern. You're gonna notice that this is actually a pretty slick little pattern once you get used to it and you tie it a few times. It actually works really well. So I'm gonna start off by grabbing my thread. So I'm gonna use the same thread I used for the last fly. So I have this UTC 140, something a little thicker, working with foam. You don't want to cut the foam. And then yeah, we're doing it in this kind of browny bronze color. So let's go ahead, start our thread about 1/4 of the way back down the fly. I'm gonna take this and lay thread wraps all the way down. I'm gonna trim this out. Then I'm gonna first grab the brown foam, because the brown foam is what's gonna kind of encompass the rest of the fly. Now we've trimmed it to size for you already, but if you notice that it's looks a little bit wider on one end than the other, then just go ahead and try to even it out. This piece I've got here is pretty good. I'm gonna bring this thread forward. I'm I'm gonna bring it forward so that I've got roughly, somewhere in there, about a quarter of the fly in front. I'm just gonna, nothing fancy here. I'm not even cutting a point into the foam. I'm just gonna use my fingers to kind of push the foam around the hook shank, but keeping it right up on top. And I'm just gonna start taking kind of open spiraled thread wraps, backing down the fly, securing this right down into the bend, okay? This first foam is able to go kind of right down to the bend, but we need to make sure that it stayed right up on top. So you can kind of pull it forward and make sure that it did. And then I'm just gonna start taking thread wraps. So I'm gonna compress that foam down to the hook shank, all the way down. Make sure it's good and compressed. Any of those little kind of bubbles that pop up from the foam.
Well, you're doing that. Let's head back to show a little bit what's happening over at the taco table.
Right, let's see it. Let's see it. What is going on at the taco table? There you are.
All right, it's Gringo here, folks. And what we're going to do is we need to get this taco meat going. So remove the oxygen absorber.
I was getting the taco meat going.
And then we're going to mix contents of bag with 1 cup of boiling water. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and get 1 cup of water going in here. I'm going to start boiling it. And then we'll come back because you're going to see how fast this jet boil system kind of works. And that's about all I got for you because I'm just over here at the taco table.
The taco table doing good things.
And
I'm looking forward to that.
there you go.
That taco. That's for sure. Okay, now I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab my my lighter colored foam. And this one should be trimmed slightly thinner than the brown foam. You should be able to set it on the inside and see a little bit of the brown foam on either side. So if you need to trim yours down a little bit, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to tie this in just like I did the last one. Keeping that right up on top, open spiral back. And we're basically going to take this one right back up against the other foam. Once we get there, then we're just going to come back over. And now we work on compressing all the foam that we have here. And now, once we have this one in, so now really the goal here is compress all the foam and completely cover the foam with the color of the thread. So this is where your thread is actually going to be your color on the underside of your fly. So it's important to take a bunch of thread wraps, trying to go back and forth evenly so that this is a nice and even. Oh, yep.
That's the jet boil going raw diggity dog.
Raw diggity dog. I'll talk a little louder so you can hear me. But here we go. Working on those thread wraps. I'm just working to cover up all that foam. Now the thing is, lots of times it looks good on my side, but I flip it over and okay, yeah, I can see it. I had a few spots on your side of the fly that I should have done and I didn't. So I'm gonna take my thread all the way back down here. Now what we're gonna do, actually I'm gonna bring it forward one more time. So we do have to cover up this front with thread wraps. In the actual pattern when they're tying it, they do it later, which I don't totally understand because it's actually a lot more difficult later. What I want to do is I want to create a nice little ramp from where I tied that foam in down to the front of the hook eye. It is meant hot in here. Getting hot in here. It is meant to be thinner at the front, but we want it to be nice and even coming off that hump. Now I'm going to take my thread wraps all the way back down. Now, what I need you to do and kind of understand is that in this pattern, we need to break down. You can see on the underside of this guy, we need to break down that foam into 1, 2, 3, 4 segmentations, okay? So what I need you to understand is see the distance from here to here on where we tied in that foam. That's kind of why we tied it in there. And we need to break that foam down into 4 pieces. Now, it could start small and get to be bigger pieces, or it can all be even size pieces. I normally go start small and get bigger, but it is a personal preference for sure. So I'm gonna take my first little bubble here. Now the key here is it's boiling. I'm only gonna do 4 wraps, okay? 4 wraps on the foam. My poncho's getting caught on my vise. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm gonna pull that up, advance my thread forward. A little bit bigger one this time. Come over top. Squeeze down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 of them. Now this one's going to be even a little bigger. Come up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now my last one's gonna come right up just before that hump. Goes down. Lay that over, and that should be our biggest one. And it's okay if these aren't perfect, guys. This is just kind of an eyeball art, you might say. 3, 4. Now, if I flip this upside down, I should be able to just see those segmentations beyond that thread, which is awesome. Then if I look on the top, you can see how they just
Checking in with the taco.
Whoa, he lost
Taco
me.
cam here. I don't care about your ties.
Yeah, obviously.
It's working.
It's working.
Yeah, I'm just slowly adding some water. And wow, backcountry trips, like
Gonna be taking that with you.
so yeah, I'm just mixing it up here in the bag. The bag's hot.
It's in your hand and it's hot. I believe you.
The bag is hot, so
Very nice. Very, very nice.
almost there. Gonna put a little more in.
All right. Oh man, actually,
Probably pretty
smells
good.
good.
So it smells good.
Yeah.
I've got basically like choco in a bag sort of thing. And next, what I'm gonna do is I don't even need the other one.
no.
Not sure what I'm doing with this.
You brought a pan. You should.
Yeah, I brought a pan because I thought I would need it, but essentially you just roll this up and eat it.
Yep.
But I'm gonna make you a beef taco cheese burrito quesadilla. So essentially it's a quesadilla.
All right. All right.
Those other words weren't necessary.
Just comfort words.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
find you back to your scene, Tim.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, back to my scene. There I am. Let's continue on. Things are gonna get really busy at this time point. We got a lot going on. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this off just a little ways. We need to leave some space in front of the eye for this, so I'm gonna come like, I don't know. I'm gonna come out a little ways, but I'm gonna leave a good chunk. But I just wanted all that extra off of there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that brown foam and I'm gonna bring it up and make sure it's centered on the top. And I'm gonna come up and over, take some thread wraps to secure that foam, making sure I'm keeping it right in the same groove, not adding any extra grooves on it. Now when I flip this up and show you, you should be able to see the brown foam just over top of the tan. So we got this really nice segmentation and underlying color there, which looks awesome. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna...
Sun shirts. We are doing sun shirts. Just to answer some questions. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
I'm usually on the comments, but I'm cooking.
But he's cooking. Yes, we do have some sun shirts that will be coming your way. We will let you know when they are coming. Okay? So now that we're to this point, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to tie in an underwing. Okay? So you've got some of this white parapost material here. Antron, Zelon, whatever you want to use is fine. I'm going to cut off about 1 inch of it. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to split it in half. Take a thread wrap down. Now it's separated right now, but don't worry because the next thing we do is gonna help with that. I'm just gonna put a thread wrap just in front of it. Now I want you to go back to that tan foam. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this tan foam in and I'm gonna lay another piece of it down. So this is a separate piece, that piece I cut off. I want you to lay this down about to that second bump that we made in there. You can see like that. It's just touching back to that second bump. Now I'm gonna come up and over. And I'm gonna secure that to right there. Now what that did is that's holding that underwing back and out of the way. I'm gonna trim this long piece out, kind of up there. And now I have this underwing, which I'm just gonna cut off right, put my scissors against the back of my fly and just let that material sit in it and cut it right there. That is my underwing. Ooh, that's very loud.
Watch your head.
Ooh, no, I know, I keep bumping my mic. Okay, so again, like I said, gonna be a little bit busy here. So we are gonna now put in some legs. So in your kit, you're gonna see that you've got some rubber legs. I want you to grab 2 of them. Okay, so there's 2 together here. We're gonna take and tie an overhand knot. So all I'm doing is tying an overhand knot with 2 of them together. Okay, so all I did was this. There's 2 in there, 2 together. You can see there's 2 rubber legs. All I did was tie an overhand knot in it. Just 1 overhand knot, snugged it up nice and tight. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do that one more time. Grabbed another 2 of them, literally just grabbing them. It's kind of an awkward thing at first, but you kind of stretch them, pull them, tie that knot in them, pull that knot tight, and you're gonna see that it kind of angles down in one direction. Okay, so once I've done that,
One direction.
one direction, one direction. Once I do that, I'm gonna put the little knuckle or the knee kind of just midway back into the wing, and I'm gonna put that against the side of the fly, take a couple thread wraps, and then I can kind of readjust it a little bit, which I'm pretty happy with how that sat. Like so. Then I'm gonna grab the other one I had from the other side. I'm gonna place it on this side, making sure that that knot is in the same place on both sides, like so. Good, I like that. Now this is what I should be left with my legs right now. You see those knots, kind of splayed back, double wrapped, I got both legs. Now the last thing we're gonna do at this spot is we're gonna actually add what makes this the actual high-vis version of this fly, is we are going to go ahead and grab some of that green parapost. I'm gonna cut off another kind of inch-ish piece. I kind of roll it in my hands to get all the materials to kind of come back together. Now I'm gonna lay a piece, don't worry about the length, we'll cut it here in a moment. Off that back side, do the same thing. Thread wrap it, make sure it's centered. Now here's the key to, because we're not gonna put another piece of foam on the back to help that lean that way. So the key here is, you take this, I'm gonna pinch it with my fingers, I'm gonna pull that back forward and create a little bubble. So if I put my thread down on top of this now, you'll see, snug that down a bit, pull that forward, take an extra thread wrap. All that green material wanted to go back because I put that little bump on there, forced the material rearward. So really kind of a cool little trick. Now I wanna cut this green off just shy of the white. So it's gonna stand more vertical, so that's gonna be more what I see. Hopefully the fish see the white as a bit of a wing on the hopper.
And white is really good when it's in certain light.
Yes, that is.
Like low light. Bangarang, Peter.
Oh, this hat. Yeah, so that's what we should be left with right now, guys. Okay, pretty cool, pretty simple. Now,
Scooter said Tim is the foam master.
Foam master. Oh,
Are you at a
thank
good
Scooter.
place to come back to me?
Yep, definitely. Oh, it smells better. I'm coming back to you.
Just
Where are
bear with me.
The remote scene changer. There you are.
Super dark back here.
It is a little dark, isn't it? Would this help?
This will help. All right.
Spotlight.
Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. So I'm going to play with fire here.
Playing with fire. That never went well here. At least the cat's not around.
Is that lit?
I can't tell.
Nope.
Nope.
Turn it off. So then you got to turn it off and reset.
We're going to blow up the studio, folks. Not going to be good. Smells a little
Invite
bit
the
like...
cat in.
Come on. Oh,
There we
there we
go.
go.
So
That's
you
a
want
big
this as
flame.
low as you can because we're... Oh, it's going to... Oh, it's
your
going to
hand.
burn. All right. So I don't think I'm ready.
No, he's not ready for this. This is not going to end well.
So we're going to grab one of our wraps out of here. And once this pan gets warmed up, I'm going to throw that taco in there because it's taco night here on Thursday Night Live.
Taco night.
And more like quesadilla.
Casadilla with 2 L's.
All right, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm about to make some fire. This is going to get loud, so that's why, it's probably better for over here. Look at that.
Oh, perfect.
I got them to fit exactly. And then what I really like to do to super impress you, because I've done this before once or 12 times, is I'm going to throw some cheese on.
Looking good, looking good.
So I throw cheese on the bottom, so the whole thing. And then that's kind of how that works. And then I'm going to check the pan. It's not...
He's really wanting to burn that thing.
See, we don't even have any fire, Tim. See, that's the problem.
It was going.
So that's the problem, Tim. You're over there making fish food, and I'm trying to make you dinner.
You gotta keep it up. It's like they're suffocating it.
Yeah, but so how does this work then?
I don't know. I think you just have to hold it.
I think we're missing a piece.
Yeah, I think they're
I think you just
You just gotta hold it above.
you just keep tying some flies here, Tim,
I'm just gonna keep tying flies.
and I'll figure out what we're missing.
Janine, we need the microwave. Okay, guys, let's finish up this fly. So now I'm gonna tip all this foam up, and I'm gonna work some thread wraps forward. Okay, all the way to the eye. It's gonna make a little bit more bulk on the underside. When we're just shy of the eye, I'm gonna leave my thread there. Now we're gonna actually go with all 3 pieces of foam at once. So really make sure that thread comes up and over in a perfect line, back down. Do a second, do a third, and then you can start pulling a little tighter.
If anybody knows what we're missing, it'd be great, because
Yeah, there must be an attachment for that pan, because that just suffocates it. Does it not? I don't know. It's strange.
strange. I thought you'd done this before.
Well, I have, mine's different. Mine has like holes down there, so when not this one, but my other one, so you can do it. I don't know. That's strange. Okay, so now I've cinched down. If I look underneath, I've got like one more longer, bigger segmentation. Okay, so this first one I'm gonna trim. The top one, trim separate. Okay, this one I'm gonna trim fairly tight to where I left that, or where I made that thread wrap. Okay, so that cuts there. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some more legs to this before I go forward. So all I'm gonna grab is I have one of the longer pieces of legs here. I'm just gonna double it over and snip it. This front portion only has 2 legs. So instead of doing a double, they're just singles. I'm gonna lay them right on top where I put that last segmentation and the thread wraps. Get that other leg out of the way. Lay that right up on top. I'm gonna do just a couple wraps. 1, 2, let the weight of the bobbin hang down. Then I can grab them individually and pull them to their respective sides. And I want them to be kind of midway on the fly, kind of sitting in that middle portion of the foam. And then I can do a couple more thread wraps just to make sure those aren't going anywhere. Pull it tight. That's good. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually whip finish, or I'm gonna use my half hitch tool on this one. I'm gonna get this part out of the way. Right on there. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna put some resin on this, so I'm not super concerned about it. But I got a couple good knots on there. I'm gonna trim out my thread. There we go. And now all I have to do is trim some legs and trim my front foam. So my front foam, I'm gonna trim these 2 together. I want it to hang out probably like a quarter of the overall hook shank length out in front.
The best part is that
perfect science.
we can honestly say we don't know what we're doing.
That's true.
And I'm okay with it.
I'm good with that. Yeah. And then all I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna come in and cut the corners off. So I just kind of give the head some shape. So when you look at it from the top, it's got a little bit of shape to it. From the underside, kind of the same thing. Okay. Now, I'm gonna trim some legs. Now, legs are kind of a personal preference and length thing. I need to separate these 2 because these 2 that I tied in at the very start, they're kind of stuck together still. I'm gonna separate those guys. And then on these back ones, I need to separate them as well. And we're actually gonna cut off the top one. So above the knot, you see there's the knot. I'm actually gonna cut the top one. So it looks like a hopper leg where it's bigger up by the knee. And as it comes forward, it thins out. So I'll cut that top one off. And then these other guys, we're just gonna trim to similar lengths. So I'm gonna kind of lay them down. You want your legs to be fairly similar. And then just compare them off each other. Make sure they look pretty close. He's literally hovering this over. That's great. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is our Fat Albert. Now imagine if you change your thread color, even just your thread color, how that would change the fly so much, let alone your foam. This is a great fly in purples, in reds. You can do it smaller, is even like almost a beetle pattern. There's lots of good stuff here. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in some resin. I'm not gonna do the whole underside. I'm just gonna touch where the legs were attached. So those 2 major tying points. Something's happening over there. And I'm just gonna make sure that those aren't gonna go anywhere. The legs are the stuff that like to move most of anything on these flies. And this will give it a little bit of durability to it. And when that's done, that is done. And that is, my friends, the Fat Albert fly. This is one you definitely want to try if you haven't. And yeah, keep some of that in your fly box. And hopefully you guys were able to keep up and get through that one. If not, head on back to the Quick Ties, and you can watch it there tomorrow and use the rest of your materials to tie it a couple more times.
Use red or orange thread, yes, and then so many color variations.
I hear meat burning.
Yeah, you have to keep entertaining people while I'm trying to fix this.
I'm trying to blow I'm gonna blow some more of my mustache right off. You watch. Yep, there she goes.
Well, folks, we're back to the taco cam, and I'm still here, and I haven't burnt. So I figured it out.
What'd you do?
It's just called a labor of love.
You just gotta hold it. It looks
Yeah.
it's working.
So it's interesting what a $6,000 camera looks terrible.
Yeah, right. I wonder why.
I don't know, but I'm working on this for you,
Yeah,
Tim.
well, I appreciate that.
And it's going to be great. And just like any good taco maker, I brought my knife.
Oh, your knife. That's a big knife.
Why don't you hold my sheath while I unsword myself? So yeah, that's how we're going to cut this up after. And yeah, so tell us your favorite part about tacos. Do you like tacos, burritos? I think, what else is there? Enchiladas?
Enchiladas, yeah. I'm a big taco guy. I love my tacos and burritos. I love beans and rice, so burritos are always high on my list if I'm in that genre of food.
I love like. What's your favorite restaurant? I think missing the little metal insert extra. Well, apparently, I didn't get it.
Yeah, apparently not.
So it'd be great if I could get one. Jet Boil, we're trying to do. Yeah, it's the thing about like Martha Stewart. She even went to jail, and I
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah, because somebody didn't give her the little metal.
Yeah,
insert.
so she lost her SHR, and
Sounds like something's happened in that pan.
I think so. I think what's happening in this pan.
Oh yeah. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Oh man. That looks
See,
good.
look, she's getting skitter bittered, nice and brown. And then yeah, so what I'm gonna do, Tim, is I'm gonna put this on there. It's somewhat like a quesadilla, and I'm gonna cut it up into 4 pieces,
And I'm gonna eat them all.
you're gonna be able to go to town on it.
Oh man, I can't wait. Late dinner.
Try the other stove. They're both. This one's just smaller.
Yeah, one's just a little one.
Taco Bell. So ask a question. Why don't we have Chipotle up here, and why don't we have Qdoba? My favorite is Qdoba, as all the Mexican restaurants go. But yeah, I mean everybody's different, and a lot of people. Chipotle is one of the more popular things to eat.
What's the
places
one
to
that
eat.
came in Olds?
It's not good.
It's not good.
No,
What is it?
I don't remember. I think it's called Nacho Good.
Nacho Good.
Nacho Good.
I actually from Red Deer. There's a family-run Mexican place called Las Palmeras, and that one's a good local one. I like that one.
Split screen makes Tim have a Trump-sized hand. Oh, and he dips over here. Dip over here.
Oh, it's so good.
That's so funny.
I look I look like a T-Rex. Look at this. Double Dunkin'. Double Dunker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
Whew.
I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so what we did is we used a freeze-dried taco meat from Morning View Mercantile. We used freeze-dried salsa and freeze-dried guacamole.
Why are you waving the knife at me? That's what it looks sharp.
Oh, look, it even like kind of matches like the framing. And hey, cut your mustache off. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this.
Oh yeah. It's a little overkill with a knife, but
Did you say kill?
no, I did not.
You don't want to leave. You got to stick
No.
around and find out.
It's like food acid.
We got a 40% discount code for
Oh,
Rocky
man.
Mountain Fly Shop, and apparently none of them have been used yet.
None of the codes.
So there's 3 20%, 1 30%, and a 40% discount code.
Everybody's just waiting around for that 40. Oh, look at this. Oh man.
Well, there you go, Tim.
Thank you, sir.
That is for
Oh,
you, my
that's
friend.
Also hot. Look at
And
this,
I got a
guys.
napkin for you.
I ain't gonna need it. I got a poncho. Look at this.
Napkin for you. So what I like to do when I make mine is I use some restaurante salsa con queso. It's like a cheese spread. And then I like to use some mixed double-aged cheddar cheese. And I like to use some freeze-dried taco meat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But we couldn't do this
Yeah.
without the love.
But legit, dude. Cold.
Our vision for it is for people to come out here to enjoy the spot and to find peace, I guess. Like, a lot of people ask us if we're gonna get Wi-Fi out here, and we're like, no, like this is a place to disconnect and reconnect with your family and with yourself and just find quiet.
Oh,
Well, Tim, what is the review?
that is honestly super good.
Show me in pesos how much you would pay so much for that.
All of the pesos.
All of the pesos. We even brought pesos tonight to properly tip our waiters and waitresses. It's just me.
That's a
me.
That's a 2 thumbs up for Morning View Mercantile, because that actually is. I'm not actually not like I doubted it, but that's really good.
That's
I
really
will
good.
say there's a little kick. So
The guacamole does say in the ingredients that it has.
you gotta get in on a little of that.
Yeah. All right, so what we need to do is we need to head over here because this is where the codes are at. Before we jump into the best part of the night, there's your codes, folks. Those work on RockyMountainFlyShop.net. Maybe I wrote the codes wrong. Maybe that's my fault.
Yeah, some people are saying
So-
maybe it's not working.
Let me double check. Wouldn't that be great if I did that?
Everybody's been trying.
Okay,
Tortilla.
TORTILLASPECIAL.
Yep.
Colin, get back to me if these codes are not entered properly. Quesadilla, QUESADILLADELUXE Quesadilla Deluxe. That's what it says.
It all says it.
Oh man, Colin, snafu, let us know what is happening. And he's not answering me. So those are the codes. They're 20% off. I really want to try con mi taco.
must be
Tell me. My favorite food is this kind of food. And if we went down and hung out with Rodrigo, we would be crushing tacos, burritos, and everything in Rodrigo's Speedo.
Okay. I sorry, never get me in a speed.
Never, ever say that again. You have to buy the pot cooker piece separately. So apparently a lot of money goes into this. Or you just hover.
Yeah.
I just hover. I save myself a few dollars and just hover. But because we crushed the happy birthday music so loud, that is it. I want to order 4 tacos, 5 quesadillas if you can send them to Rio Grande, Argentina. Well, that's the codes, folks, and we're going to drop the 40% off right now.
Let's see it. What is it?
Well, Tim, I believe it's the big burrito.
Oh man. Yeah.
The big burrito, 40% off, discount.
40% off, you guys. Do you even realize what that is? That's 40%
I
off.
like my costume change. Give me a chance to feel a little more freedom.
Yeah.
And really support the taco farmer in southern countries.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you got a good look going on.
What do you do with that?
I hit mics. I knock over beers. Pretty much can't make it through doorways.
All right. So
All
that's
those
the
things.
big burrito. That's the codes. So yeah, Colin said it is missing the grill. That is a fact. I can't wait till Colin goes to do something on a live stream. And I forget to give him the boat. Hey,
Yes.
Colin, you got a trip tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I forgot the boat. Kind of important.
Kind of important.
Kind of important.
Yeah, that's all right. You
So
made it work.
he said he's going to... Anyway, I said to Colin just to throw him under the bus, but I said, so we just do this? And he said, yep. So,
Yep.
all right. Well, we made it work because that's what we do here on Thursday Night Live Fly Time is we just adapt and make it work. Somebody had put a comment to show your big fly boxes.
Oh, yeah. I actually don't have all the flies from this week in there.
I know.
But this,
And I'm trying to think of who it was because they had a great point. How many tacos can you grow on an acre?
it's a lot
That's a
of
good
tacos.
question. So the question was about the fly boxes and about how many flies that you get. And then somebody said my girlfriend or someone, I'm just scrolling through the comments. So many flies. Had to buy new boxes. Trevor said, my wife thinks they should have that large one Tim stores as an optional add-in. So
Not a terrible idea.
we're working on some really
Yeah.
cool things for next year because we understand that you're going to need one of these in your kit and you're going to need a few other things in your kit.
Other things.
And they're on their way. And they're on their way just to make next year that much better because we make mistakes every year. We're going to make more mistakes next year.
Yep.
But hopefully we can learn and grow and make this show and this experience a little better for you.
Better and better every episode, every year.
Every episode.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody who got their discounts, everybody who won their flyingo, you've gone. And that's great too. Because what's great
Best part of the show.
is this.
What
Part of the
is
show.
your win?
This is a great thing to ask, Tim. And essentially what we're asking is what is important now? What happened to you this week that gives you a little bit of, gives some rays to your sunshine, gives a little bit of warmth to your fire, gives a little bit of spice to your tacos. What was that one thing or two things this week that kind of made you say, I feel good. This is a good moment. And I'm pausing because I'm deeply in thought about my week.
Your week. That's kind of the cool thing about this, guys, is it does put you in a place where every week you are taking a pause throughout your week and you notice the things that maybe you didn't notice before because you're excited to come here and share with people what your win is or what it was or whatever. So while Dana's over there thinking, pondering, as always, he's gonna make me go first anyway. So
I always do.
So yeah, actually, my win this week is special for me. I got to hang out with my dad. I haven't got to see him much lately, and although what I would say is I appreciate that. I mean, I talk to my parents almost daily, and me and Dad almost on the daily have a pretty good deep visit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Conversation.
Philosophical conversation
Yeah.
of some sort. And I always enjoy hearing what he's doing, what he's reading about, because he's constantly in some pretty heavy books he reads and all sorts of things. But yeah, I got to actually hang out with Dad on Saturday, and I took Ren fishing, and we hadn't seen him in almost a month. And all I can say is, Dad, wear your hearing aids when we go fishing, please, so we don't all have to yell. But it was so good to just sit and chat, and he's one of a few people that I'm really comfortable being silent with. This is one guy over here I'm also that way with. You don't have to fill the silence. You just enjoy the time together. And, you know, I was sitting there. We were in our little pop-up shack. And I just found myself looking over there and being thankful for these moments because I'm not naive. They're not going to last forever. So
Yeah.
I'm super thankful for my parents, and I love you, Dad. and it was great to see you this week.
That's my grandparents.
Yeah.
Since you adopted me.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's true.
Oh, so yeah. 6 days have passed since the last Thursday.
It's true. Roughly 6.
So
yeah.
I'm usually like, yeah, I did a climb or I did whatever. We've had some really crappy weather, and had intentions of climbing Tuesday night, full moon. It's kind of my bucket list to get up on top of a mountain. There's a photo that I want. Okay, and so everything has to align and come together. And I wanted to go really bad. I couldn't find anybody who wanted to go or come back and do it again. So I didn't go. It was probably fine because I think visibility was almost 0. So that could have been a win, but it wasn't. It didn't happen. But upon reflection, this win is very interesting because some might think of it not as a win. And I'm not going to go into detail because it's not my story to tell. But a very close friend of us, of the show, of some of you guys out there, is they got some news, some family news, and yeah, it's I'm not trying to be coy or hold anything back. I just don't want to say much on their story. But anyways, Friday, I had a chance. I was kind of invited over to just sit and chat, and I asked myself the question, why me? Like, what? Because I don't think I'm that close. I'm not a family member. I'm not, next of kin, sort of this like. But I got invited over, and I just sat there with this gentleman, and we chatted for probably 2-3 hours. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how I'm going to say. I don't know what to, like, I don't know how to deal with the situation. And then what it turned out to be is just a really cool conversation. And I didn't have answers, but I don't need to have answers. It's just that I was able to visit, to tell fishing stories. And really, there's nothing magnificent that comes out of it, but I think on reflection, the win is that somebody needed me, and the win is that I was able to go there and be that person for them in that moment. So yeah, just kind of like listen to the whispers when something comes up that you feel like you should go somewhere, you feel like you should go have coffee with somebody, because you never know when you're really supposed to go. Probably all the time, but we just kind of, I do, I pull away, I get weird. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So yeah, I'm just grateful that I could be the person in that moment to just kind of help soothe the pain, even if it was just for 2 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So our prayers are with the family. Yeah, and that's kind of how it goes right now. So wins of the week aren't always, summits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you do dig deep, you will find that they are what's important now. And I think to say it like that just sums it up, because what was important then or now was that coffee.
Yeah. But that's some of the cool part about this group, I think, is that people are comfortable enough to reach out. And hopefully you guys do that with us, but with each other as well.
Yeah.
Because the call will be answered.
Yeah. And that's part of the TNL fam. And that's what Tim said, the cool part about this group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys, your wins, and what are they?
Yeah.
Despite having a birthday coming up, I don't know where to put this. Yeah, I get to go ice fishing for my birthday with my dad and my friend.
Ah, nice. And there's his dad right below
there's
there.
Dad.
Andy. His win is get to spend the next 3 days fishing with my son for his birthday. Also, my daughter turned 16 on Tuesday. What a great week. As always, OQP, LPCF.
What was 9 months ago?
9 months ago?
I mean, it's kind of rare to have both your kids born in the same week.
That is kind of crazy, actually. What was so before we go on from this, I do have to show this because this is too awesome. So that's Andy, and he texted me. He said, "Got the taco hot hat on tonight," and there is Andy rocking his taco hat out on the ice. Love it, Andy.
Man, I didn't even look to see if people sent them in. I was just having too much fun burning the house down.
That was good.
Yeah, there's got a couple here, I think.
Got a few.
Well, Adrian is got a There's the taco hat on the ice.
Nice.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I might be able to throw. No, it's not going to work now. I screwed up. So Adrian's there wearing a bit of a Bancho Vila with a straw hat.
Bit of nice.
And his Norvice.
His Norvice.
From Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. It's so fun to see you guys get some great equipment to work with because it is fun. It is fun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll choose a winner of the costume contest, but right now it's going out to the little one at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that was super cute and so close. Mom and Dad almost won.
They
bingo.
almost won bingo. Twice.
Twice. I know. So
Crazy.
the third one's a charm. We're going to take care of that. Rodrigo, nothing better than coming back from the river and finding yourself with a fireplace lit and a nice fire. Maybe that's the win.
That's a win. Adrian, my win, having my wife around this week. T&L and the Oilers won, and the hockey season is winding down, so work is slowing down, which I welcome. LPCF.
What?
The Oilers won.
One man's junk is another man's treasure, and that Oiler winning is my junk. Keith celebrated his mom's 93rd birthday with her this week. That is so special, and that's a fact.
That's cool. Trout's son and grandson came to visit for a couple of days. That's a win, too.
Yeah, and so Cam made it through the week alive. And same goes to everything I dealt with. Just happy to make another week and have a great weekend, everybody.
Awesome. Chaz, I'm usually pretty positive, but had a low moment and a couple of great friends to bitch to. No judgment, just listening. Always got to take my beautiful wife to Coulter Wall last night. Week turn.
A week turn TOA plus. I don't know what that means. Fly Fisher 54, my win for the week was having my wife's favorite niece from Manitoba and her family come for a visit to visit her in assisted living and brought a sparkle back in her eyes.
Oh,
that is, and considering his situation, that is super awesome, and that is a huge win.
Jacob, my dad's partner's cancer surgery went really well, and she's recovering well.
That's awesome. Good for her. Mr. Ward, my win is hanging with the Dewey, tying some flies. Family, friends are number one.
Hopefully he's got his clothes on.
Yeah. Sometimes I hang with the Dew.
What?
Sometimes I hang with the Dew
too.
too.
The Dew.
Yeah.
The Dew too.
Do the Dew.
Do the Dew.
Those are lonely nights.
Jeff, my win. Taco Tuesday date night was amazing and hanging with my boys this coming Sunday, and I'm really excited about it. Walking around the lake last Sunday was a soul-filling day with my love.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fly trout, my win for the week was getting the scope results back from my knee. Thankfully, nothing is torn. Healing up for the winter weather coming.
Warmer?
I was able... Warmer weather. Well, it is going to snow 20 inches tomorrow.
That's true.
I was able to get out on Friday for a very productive, quick outing. OQP, LPCF, and fly fishing Bow River. Fishing the Bow River.
Mr. Fuller, win this week goes to you two. I really appreciate that you guys do this every Thursday. Thank you, Tim and Dana. This is always a fun evening. Of course, everyone here is great, but without you two, we wouldn't have this. So thank you so much.
Well, add that to the wins.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Because without you guys, we
We
couldn't
wouldn't be
do
here either.
Well, we would. It'd just be really
It'd be
weird.
really lonely. Yeah.
Nobody would
Silence
laugh with
eventually
us.
gets old.
Yeah, we would have burnt the studio down.
For sure. Lost some pets. You never know.
So, yeah, John, appreciate that. And we're super grateful for your sense of humor and your commitment to being a positive, active member of the TNL fam.
Yeah.
The best was when he bought a Doors of Doom or a Captain Clutch sticker because he got so scared. Remember the
I
first
do,
one?
right? I was so scared.
Scared me
I
into
was so
buying
scared
one.
I had to buy one.
Yeah.
I think
Just
that's
me?
you.
Yeah. Been a rough one for Craig. Lost a student tragically and suddenly. Been a week of being strong for others, and today said goodbye in a small but impactful ceremony. Hug your loved one, folks, and check in on each other. But the win is definitely the compassion and resiliency from everyone involved. Have a great week ahead.
Sorry to hear that, Craig.
It's tough. As a teacher, and you care about your kids as much as he does. That hurts.
Charlie said I had a couple wins this week. First was after a few months of severe back pain. My wife got an MRI done on and is starting to get some answers for a road to recovery. Second was the reaction of my boys when they got a bingo on their flyingo card tonight. Even after not winning prizes, they still say they won. All right, we'll drink for you.
Do a shot.
Dewey shot.
Dewey shot. This shot's for Dewey and his chainsaw.
Oh, the chainsaw.
Roger, my win. The weather's beautiful here, and I've had the opportunity to get out on a local river for a spell. Great to clear out the cobwebs and take a breath of fresh outside air.
Ooh, gross. Just breathe it in. Yeah. That don't braid your beard.
All right, Tim, you're up. I think we should just stick with this.
No. I will not be.
Oh, well, you did pretty good. I didn't. Just wait. I like these kind of things. We're going to stick with shots of Patron.
Yuck.
Okay. All right, you're up, Sean. Read it
Okay,
clearly.
Win. Still coming out of this concussion, but getting more clear each week and haven't been feeling it the last couple of weeks. But got back into tying today before the show and enjoyed the night.
Beauty. Glad you're feeling a little less foggy. Mr. Cole, my win this week was spending some time with my daughter, talking about school life and ideas for fishing trips this year. Looking forward to IF4, the end of winter, and days on the river together, and that is summed up perfectly.
Oh yeah, that is perfect. I hope in those plans you plan some baking. Pumpkin baking of some kind. Yeah.
How are you still stuffed up?
I don't know. It's because this
Taco party.
Chaz, he's got a win number 3.
That's not the shooter one. That's
no,
for
thank
somebody
you.
who throws 3 wins.
Oh, nice. Win number 3, volunteered at a not-for-profit and saw some huge smiles on special needs kids' faces when they saw their new bikes.
Yeah.
You can ride 2 epic charities for special needs kids and families.
You can ride too. An epic charity is what it's called. And Andy answers the question. Oh, when in Rome.
Yeah.
Nathaniel said, my win for the week is really wanting to try Morning View Mercantile. I was actually looking for an online store today. Finally going to be able to do that. Looking forward to the Skittles.
Yes.
Yeah, so until they get a commercial kitchen, they can't sell other than at the farmer's market, but they will be there at IF4 at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop. So everybody who's jonesing to get this stuff, I highly recommend. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't.
I'll recommend it.
But
yeah.
Tim is a good judge of taste and character, and I'm a good cook.
Yeah, you are. Ken, he said it's been a full week. My win is being able to have time to enjoy you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a double-edged win right there. Cole, my win was getting back to working out consistently again. Deadlift is getting back to where it once was. Nice. Focusing on fitness and feeling good again. Gonna put more vertical miles on the boots this year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tell me, Cole, what are you gonna breathe in? Your mouth or your nose?
Mr. Ritzko needs another drift boat, which he obtained.
I was able to get one
Yeah.
more.
I think he's already got a few, so
Well, when in Rome.
yeah, keep stacking them up.
Mr. McKenna his dad beat another hospital stay again for a serious
Nice.
heart issue. But he is a warrior and just
Yeah.
keeps on ticking.
He is Mr. Sather, my win was my first full show I've caught in a whole month. Even spun up both flies. We all don't know what to say, but we all should just know to listen. That is a very good point, Terry.
Yeah. Colleen, Morning View Mercantile. My win was getting to spend, I didn't put it on screen. A whole evening with Claude, just driving to Olds and going out for supper. We've been working really hard the last few months, getting the new biz up and running, and I don't have much downtime. It was great to just spend some time together.
The important stuff.
That is awesome. And they dropped off
Some goodies.
the tacos.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Eric. My win this week is getting some lake time bass fishing for 2 days. My nephew has been bugging me to go with him to the gym to help me get ready for the trip in May. Got plane tickets and a car rented today, just waiting on passports to come back. So happy to be part of the T-Nell family. Hope to see a lot of you when I come to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric's coming to guide school.
Yes,
That's
he
so
is.
awesome. Yeah.
So pumped to see you, buddy.
Mr. Dumont, my win is I had a yearly dentist appointment today and everything was good.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend, and it can be just that simple.
It can be
How was
that
your
simple.
dentist appointment?
Didn't go.
Good for you. That's the best dentist appointment.
It's like Mr. Flatthroat's headed out.
All right.
Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Tim, you're a tough. Yeah, well.
Rough and tough, Colleen. Don't take that rough away.
Joe said, glad to hear the wins from all of you. My win is an absolute blessed week off of work, having a few truly great friends to enjoy the week with, exploring some new flats, and my dad making it home.
Oh, yeah. Awesome, Joe.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
And again, we did not stick to the 2-hour deadline that nobody gave us.
We're never going to do it.
Guess
not
I'm
even a
looking
point.
at, my first quail hunt was a blast.
Oh, nice.
No pun
No
intended.
pun intended.
None punny and none. All right, folks, this is what we do at the end of the show. We do this segment called What's Your Win? And a lot of you guys stick around for it, and a lot of you just leave after the bingo wins. But Colin said that the 2 discount codes, the 20% and the 30%, are still available. So I believe they're good till 11:30, and yeah, so they go something like this: quesadilla deluxe and tortilla special are still up. So if you want to use a 20% off, a 30% off. Feel free to head on over to RockyMountainFlyShop.net and ring a ding dong. Get yourself,
Looks like
That's how she goes.
Rick is asking for some prayer for his wife's surgery next week. So definitely keep him in your thoughts and your prayers.
Yeah, definitely doing that, Rick.
Definitely.
Same bat time, same bat channel. 7 o'clock. I don't even look. I can't look at because it's all covered up in the Fiesta dress up.
Yeah.
The Fiesta.
I don't know what they are. next week.
Janine saw the studio and said, you should have been planning all of the kids' parties.
Yeah.
No.
It's a terrible idea.
It's terrible. Taco party. All right. So, we're out. It's 9:17 and I got to go.
Take a leak. The old snake needs to drain.
Nothing ends the show quicker than my bladder.
It has been an awesome hanging out with you guys this week. We can't wait to see you next week. Tie up a couple more flies, tell a few more lies, and share
hang out with these guys.
Yeah. Well, I think rap's our genre. I do. I think rap is where it's at.
I know. It's not country.
No, it's not
Sorry,
country.
Aaron.
Yeah.
The good news is we found something better. The bad news is it's better than country.
Yeah.
Didn't
Better
make
and
sense.
better and
All
better.
right. Love you
guys.
tons. Be somebody's reason to smile this week. And start thinking about your wins now because the clock resets. And we'll see you next Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I don't know what we're tying because I see
It's
you
all
looked
colored
again.
up. Still not there.
That's how she goes. So until then,
Ciao.
I can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me in bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. So put your treat you like you're heaven. Thought that I knew better. Keep falling for your innocence, acting like you're into me. I know this is hopeless, moving in slow motion, trying to control my thoughts, but I can't stop our body talk. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone.